Hello guys, welcome back to this channel, which is the Dominate channel, presenting Hero World. And of course, I'm your girl Jojo_Noma. With me here I have the international speaker, our very usual Sam West. How are you?
Hi Jojo.
How have you been?
Niko sawa, I've been waiting for this.
Same here.
Finally it's happening.
Because I want at least to know,
Yes.
or rather I want you to take us through.
Yes.
How can we chase our dreams? How can we maybe discover our goals?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that because one of the things many young people keep asking me tukikutana nao kwa mtaa is exactly how do I make my dream a reality. The truth of the matter is everyone has a dream. Everyone, literally, even the guys in the streets, we all have dreams. But now the question is, how do you make it come to life? Now, the most frustrated man is one that has a dream, but has no idea how to make it work or come to life. Now, anytime we talk about dreams, what comes into my head is a vision. Because a dream is something you see. So when you are sleeping at night and you have these dreams about how your life will be, and everyone gets to imagine by the time you turn the age of 40, 50, 60, 70, you'll have, fulfilled a couple of things or a couple of goals. Online unapata watu wakisema goals. Ukiona mtu ameenda sijui hapo anasema goals. Because this is what you're hoping to achieve. Now, when we talk about vision, you should be able to see it. And I think everyone, while they are born, they're able to see how their life will be. And I think that's how God works. He first shows you a vision and then expects you to fulfill the vision. And I'll give you examples of specific people that I know. They saw their end and then they were beginning while they were still young. I have a friend of mine, his name is Nameless. So one day we had these events, we call them Dominate, and he was talking about how he penned himself a letter. And he was talking to his 40-year-old himself. I think he was around 17 years or 18 years, and he wrote himself a letter. So he was saying, Nameless, by that time hapa anajiita Nameless, anaitwa Monski. So alikuwa anajiandikia anasema, by the time I turned 40, first he said in the letter he saw himself in a big stage, and lots of people who are watching him. He was performing, and then he saw himself with a beautiful wife and children, akajiona in a very nice house, and then he had a lot of money. Guess what happened? Couple of years later, 20 years later, everything he wrote down has come to life. Wow. Because it's always good to see something before you get there. I think that's how God works. I think he talks about even, I think in the book of Isaiah, I set the end before the beginning, which means I finish and then I start. You see, even when you're building a house, the first thing you do, you cannot just build a house. You have to first see how it's going to look like, and then now you can start beginning and doing it. Now in the Bible we have a story of a guy called Joseph. Joseph was a very handsome guy. I think come on the morning you'd have fallen in love with him because the Bible says he was good looking. And Joseph, while he was young, he was a very young boy, he saw himself in a dream. And he saw that he was a king and he was feeding his father and brothers, which means sometimes you have to see far. Even if where you are right now is not exactly where you're going. So anytime people talk about dreams, they're talking about a destination. They're talking about a place they want to be in the next couple of years. So there's an exercise I always like engaging people. And I like telling them, hey, why don't you try this? Take 5 minutes to imagine yourself and where you'll be in the next 20 years. So this is how it works. Would you like to try it with me?
Yeah.
All right, so it's simple. You close your eyes. It starts by you closing your eyes. And then you have to start imagining. So the first thing I ask people to do is, where do you see yourself in 20 years time? All right? Then the next thing is, what will you be doing at that time? Okay? What sort of work will you be doing Will you be owning your own company? Will you be at a higher level at your job place? Will you be a manager, a CEO? Will you be a president? Will you be, I don't know, you just, you imagine what space you'll be at. Will you be married? How many children will you have? Where will you be living? Will you be living in Kenya? Will that be New York? You have to imagine all those things.
Yeah.
I see you imagining too much. That's what you call the dreaming. Eh?
Yeah.
So the essence is for you to start seeing where you will be going. See, you're on a trip. So right now we are in Nyahururu and we want to go to Mombasa.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you have to imagine the place that you're going. Right now you're here.
Yeah.
But you have to know this is where I am going, because if you cannot see it, you'll probably be walking to any direction.
True.
So that's the first thing. The first thing is to know where do you want to go. Now the thing is, you have to write down everything. See, like what you've been imagining.
Yeah.
You need to take 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your time, baadaye ukiwa peke yako, and write it down. Whatever ideas come to your mind, write them down. Anything you imagine yourself. And sometimes while you're imagining, get out of your zone. Whatever you're going through right now, whether you're in school, whether you're struggling, whether you're in a relationship, you feel like you're stuck there, get out of that zone, get out of that box, and imagine without necessarily thinking about your environment. Because most people tend to imagine based on where they are. Now, once you're able to see it, you write it down, and then now we need to come up with what is called a plan. Because now, right now we're in Nyahururu, okay? We need to go to Mombasa. We need a plan. How do we get to Mombasa? There are so many ways to go to Mombasa. We can decide to drive, get to Nairobi, maybe decide to fly. Ama fika Nairobi, decide to do SGR. Ama decide, we can still drive there. Ama tuweza chukua matatu. There are so many ways. The people who even decide to walk. It's up to you to decide how do you want to get there. And now, this is one of the things that really challenges me on a daily basis. Okay, I tend to think a lot about it, because I always have to ask myself, everything I'm doing today, everything I engage today, is it taking me to where I want to go?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, along the way, as you're headed to your direction, you'll find distractions. And sometimes we tend to think that distractions are probably bad things. Do you know that good things can also be distractions? Let me give you an example. For instance, if I want to start my own company, and I want to have a company that is one of the biggest in travel business, then I get an opportunity to go work for UN. Do you think my vision will ever come to life? So it's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm working for the UN, but the truth is, I've deviated. And people deviate in life. That's what we were talking about in the other episodes. We're saying the reason why people are deviating is because they don't know where they're going. Once you know where you're going, the thing is, your life becomes tight. Even the things that you do, the things like now you start aligning, I'm not supposed to engage in this kind of activities because these ones are not taking me there. You even tend to know the people and the friends to keep.
Yeah.
Able even to choose even a spouse. For your information, let me tell you, if you ever meet a guy, the first thing that you should ever ask him is not don't tell him how much you love him. I'm ask him, do you love me, so that you can date him. The first thing you should ask him, where are you going? What's your vision? What are your dreams? Where will you be in the next 20, 30 years? And I always advise the men, if you meet a lady, if you're a guy out there, if you meet a lady, tell them where you will be going. Don't tell them where you are. Where you are is broke. At the moment you're broke, you don't have anything. So a guy will get tired of you. But if you show them this is where you want to go, most likely they want to work with you. And the truth is, as you are moving on this trip, you'll get to also know the people that you should hang out with. The truth is, friends and the guys you hang around with they'll either take you to your vision or they either debate you. So it's up to you to figure out the people you choose, especially even a spouse. Even if you pick a partner mwenye anakurudisha nyuma, but utaifika.
And if I may ask, how do you get to know that you're in the right track towards your dreams, goals?
There's something I normally call a vision tracker. A vision tracker is basically where you tend to check whether, if like, let's say what you've imagined in the next 20 years, this is where you want to be, and this is what you want to have achieved. So now you check the last couple of years, what have you done?
Yeah.
Is it taking you closer to your vision? Can I surprise you? Some of the dreams I had, I accomplished them, and I have to dream again. One of the dreams as a person, as son, I told myself, I want to travel the world. I want to go to all the continents in this world. Can I surprise you? I've been to America, I've been to Europe, I've been to Asia, I've been to Australia, I've been to Africa. So I've been to 5 continents, and that's a dream I always wanted. I always, those are things I really wanted to do. So anytime I got an opportunity to travel, I always seized it. The other thing, I always wanted to own my own company. And by the age of 26, I think by 19 years, I wanted to buy a car. And by the age of 19, I bought my first car. It was a Pajero. I used to run a computer shop in Nairobi, pale opposite Jivanji Gardens. Kwa nauzia watu computers, nena mashule naambia, you guys, do you need computers? I can supply you computers in bulk. There's a school that supplied 22 computers. Kachukua hiyo pesa nikanunua gari.
22.
So what I'm trying to say is this: you have to dream, and then you have to see, and sometimes you'll accomplish your dreams. And along the way, you have to keep dreaming, because for you to succeed in life, you can't get satisfied with some of the things you've achieved. If you achieve one thing, you have to achieve another one. You have to keep achieving another one. Pole tu, because that's how life is. There are people right now wanasema, pia you always get what you dream. That's the truth. Whatever you dream and whatever you start pursuing is what you get. There are people, honestly, when of your own age right now, Jojo, their dream is to have 100,000 views. Hiyo ndio vision yake. Anasema, "Guys, siku nitapata 100,000 views." Mimi nitashafika. And ukiangalia, guys are doing that, if that's what you is what will make you happy, and that is what you are planning to do. If you put your energy on, if you put your time on that, that's exactly what you'll get.
Do you think some family backgrounds hinder one from achieving his or her dreams?
Okay, so this is what I always tend to believe, is that each and every one of us has an assignment that they're supposed to achieve here on earth. Now, if you really want something, and if this is what you really want to achieve, you don't have any excuse not to achieve it. I always tell this story about the lion, and it's a popular story, and I love it, and I keep telling it, and I start choker. And everywhere I travel, I keep telling it, and here I am, I want to tell it to you now. You see, the lion is the king of the jungle. But the truth is, the lion is not the biggest animal in the jungle. The elephant is way bigger. In fact, an elephant is like, I don't know, like, it's very heavy. It's like 50 times bigger than a lion. A lion is not even the heaviest animal. Kuna hippopotamus. Sisi tukiwa shule tunaziita hippopotamus. Alafu kuna the giraffe. It's taller by far than the lion. There's even other smarter animals like the monkey, na the hyena. They are sharper than tricky, than even the serpent is very shrewd. But now you'll find one thing: despite all those things, being bigger, being taller, being smarter, being wiser, the lion is still the king of the jungle. What that means is anytime the lion comes, every other animal scatters. Elephant ikiona lion hivi ina panic, inatoroka. What I'm trying to say is this: the lion cancels all your excuses to be the king or to dominate in a certain area. So when people come and tell me, you know what, I'm an orphan, mimi sina upbringing kama watoto wengine come and tell me, you know what, mimi sina pesa, mimi nimetoka ghetto. Kwanza watu wa ghetto wanaongea hiyo language sana, mimi nimetoka ghetto, yani unajua kule ghetto mani lazima tunatafuta usaidizi. Alafu kuna wengine wanasema mimi nimetoka mashambani, huko hatuna exposure. And especially Africans, they like talking like that on Kenya. Lazima unajua kusima juu, huku Kenya hakuna kakitu, hakuna pesa kwa muziki, hakuna pesa kwa kitu. So lazima kama ningekuwa majuu, yani mimi ningekuwa nishatoboa. And that's why you see so many Kenyans wanataka could travel. They want to go out of, like there's a billboard I saw here in Nyahururu. Watu wanasema twende majuu, and guys are excited because they think you will succeed. The truth of the matter is, success has a couple of principles. And principles are things that you follow. Now, the truth of the matter is this: principles are universal. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be successful as you follow the principles of success. Number two, it's timeless. It doesn't matter kama ni last year, ama ni 2,000 years ago. As long as you follow the principles, you will be successful. Now, this is what I'm trying to say. There is no excuse for not being successful. Ni kuamua tu. I have a friend I was listening to. He's a good motivational speaker, and he was saying this, that anytime he meets bodybuilders, kwa sababu bodybuilders unapatanga tu mtu hata amekonda, but akiamua anataka kufanya bodybuilding, the fact that akona discipline, unaona motivation, like what we are doing, we are trying to motivate people, but kuna kitu inaitwa discipline. Ukiamua tu jiambie, you know what, every day I'll be waking up mapema and do it consistently, and ensure it's something that you are not changing your mind. You got too persistent, consistent. The truth is, you will succeed. So he was telling me how bodybuilders work. Wanaamua, you know, I'll go to the gym 3 times a day. Anaenda asubuhi na mapema. If you want to become a heavyweight champion, asubuhi, unaenda during lunchtime, hiyo masaa, na unaenda jioni. 3 times training. Hao watu kula 8 times. Achana venye mimi hapo kula mara 3 tu na bibi yangu anashinda kicomplain ati napenda kukula. Hao watu kukula 8 times in a day. And when they are eating, in fact, they normally, when they are eating, they don't say I'm eating, they say I'm taking in protein. It's not about eating. It's not about taste. It's about functionality. Yani anakula, unaweza patata anakula kama nyama imeboiliwa tu, haina utamu, haijakarangwa vizuri, but it's about the function yenye hii nyama inakam kufanya kwa mwili yake. So what I'm trying to say is this: ukiamua unataka kusucceed, you have to look, what is this thing I have to do, even if it's going to pain you. In fact, they say no pain, no gain. You cannot grow, you cannot succeed if you don't push yourself. Kama kuamka unaamua every day I'll be waking up at 5. Unaamka mapema, unafanya kazi. You put in your best foot forward. Kama ni kutembea, walk into those offices. Call. In fact, if you ukisikia mtu akisema hana kazi, ni juu mtu amekataa kutafuta kazi. Do those cold calls. Tafuta tu namba za watu, pigia watu, anakuambia no, na kureject.
Chase your dreams.
Exactly. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is this: there is no excuse for anyone to achieve their dreams. And I'll encourage you with this: anything that God gives you, anything that He demands from you, He provides for you. If He guides you somewhere, because hizo dreams uko nazo ni amekuwekea kwa hati yako. Na kama God anakuwekea kwa hati yako, and He's the one who says that I'll make it happen, He's not a man to lie. If He's put those dreams in your heart, that means He wants those dreams. He knows that it's possible, and He knows you can achieve it. Na anajua mahali umetoka, and there's a reason why alikuweka Africa, alikuweka Nyahururu. Doesn't matter kama unaishi Loitoktok, anajua you can still do it even if umetoka huko Loitoktok.
Hello guys, this is your girl Jojo underscore Noma, and of course with me today I have Sam West, our international speaker. He always motivates us on this show, which is Dominate. Hero to the World is our segment. How are you, Sam?
I'm okay. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward for this section
I
today.
can see you're so bright.
Yes.
So with your brightness,
Yes.
can you kindly elaborate to us?
Yes.
Explain
Yes.
briefly.
Yes.
For us to be successful
Yes.
as youths
Yes.
or anyone out there,
Yeah.
what kind of people should we associate with, or rather what kind of people should be
Unity.
surrounding us?
I like that. That's a very beautiful question, because one of the principles of succeeding is having people. You need the right people to take you where you're going. You see, like I told you, we're on a journey, and in this journey you need to have people who will take you somewhere. And if you really want to go far, you need people to go with that far. Now, there is something that I like always talking about. They say plans fail where there are no counselors. That's a Bible verse, and actually says, in the midst of in a multitude of counselors or advisors, you will succeed. What I'm trying to say is this: there's something you might be trying to do right now, but there's someone who can just tell you a quick secret that will make you, just avoid these loopholes mainly. Because if you look at many people that are out there in the world, they are doing the same thing that you're also trying to do. I'm telling you, Jojo, that dream you have right now, there's someone who had the same dream many years ago and they already accomplished it. So sometimes you need people who will come and show you the way and push you. One of the things I encourage people is they need to choose their friends carefully. They need to choose the people that they come across and want to walk along with. In fact, yesterday we were discussing in a meeting, and we were saying that it's better to be alone than with a bad company. Because they can easily mislead and distract you. Now, anytime you have a vision, you have a dream, you always have to identify the people that can take you there, or the people that encourage you. Let me ask you, Jojo, do you have people, when you hang around them, they kind of rejuvenate or activate that dream you have in your heart? That's why I like giving the example of Mary, mother of Jesus. So Mary, while Mary was pregnant, she visited the cousin, the mother of John the Baptist. And in the Bible, the story says that when Mary saw Elizabeth, the baby leaped. There's something that happened inside her, and there was some excitement. Now the question is this: do you have people, when you hang around them, your dream leaps, like you can feel it, like you can feel, oh my, I think I can achieve it. I can't wait, this is so good, I'm so excited to be around this person. Because what they do, they kind of inspire you, they kind of motivate you, they kind of talk into you, they speak positivity, they're able to even notice a potential inside you, they're able to tell your strengths. But if you ever hang around people who are always trying to discourage you, telling you, but they're lazy. I know family members where unamwambia, I have this idea, I want to start this restaurant, nataka ikuwe Nairobi, then I'll have a lot of people wakikuja, then anakwambia, sasa wewe utatoa wapi pesa? Sasa wewe kama hata ile kaduka kale ka kiosk ka kijiji huwezi run vizuri, Nairobi utarun aje? You don't need to have such people around. You need people who encourage you. Nakwambia, but hey Jojo, you can do it. No, Jojo, you can be the next Oprah. And this is what, and I see it. Even how you speak, how you carry yourself, how you look. You need people who encourage and bring out the things that are inside you. If you hang out with people who are negative all the time, but this is what I did. There's a time I think it was a New Year's resolution. I am deleting all numbers on my phone. Ya watu wote negative. All numbers and delete sima notice yako haiko. I'm kidding.
I never saw that coming.
I'm kidding. This is what I'm trying to say. It's always good to make sure you have the right people with you. Like for instance, your contact list. Are they people who can help you when you're in trouble? There's something we keep talking about. We call it social capital. Social capital is is not money. There are people who can come to your rescue when you need them. And how many people do you have that even if sahi uko stuck somewhere, you can call them? Ama like, let's say ujipate tuko kwa shida, kwa kesi serious, you need quick money. How many people can come to your rescue? Those are the people you should always keep and hang around them. Then people who speak into your life, and people who've also gone through the journey that you are going through. If you want to become a doctor, hang around other doctors. That's why what we end apprenticeship, end the internship. Do you know why they do that? It's so that you can meet people who are in your line. And those are the people who will take you to where you want to go. So it's something I like to encourage people. Start calculating. In fact, the Bible says a righteous man chooses their friends carefully. What that means is you choose the people you want to have speak into your heart. Do you know friends are so powerful? You know, a friend can tell you something that can make you change your mind.
True.
I know of someone who changed her entire career juu aliambiwa kitu na friend yake. Aliambiwa, by the way, watu wanasema you are not a good accountant. Wanasema wewe unakaa kushikilia pesa sana. Imagine alichange na akacha kuwa accountant just because alisikia friend talking. You need people who encourage you.
And maybe she was destined to that.
Exactly. So alienda akashift, akaingia into something else, akaanza kustruggle, ilibidi amerudi tena kwa hiyo kazi. So all I'm trying to say, be around people who inspire you, people who encourage you, people who make your dream uko nayo, you live. And then don't ever get scared to reach out to people that you admire. If you have people that you look up to and you decide one day I want to meet, do you know, I really loved Chris Kirubi. And one day I called him. I looked for his number and nikaipata and nikasema, you know what, I want to call him. I've never met him. I just love the way he's good when it comes to business. And then he was in the radio business. He owned Capital FM, and here I was, nimeanzisha radio yangu. And then I'm like, you know, I would like to learn what he does. And because I could see he's wealthy, he's very successful, and I also wanted to be wealthy like him. And I told myself, you know, I want to hang out with that guy, and I want to call him. I tried the first time, he didn't pick up. I sent a message, he didn't reply. I tried calling again, he didn't call. And then one day nikasikia there's an event he's going to attend. Nikasema event, watu wanalipa 5,000 and I'm going to attend it. And I paid and I went there. Alikuwa huko mbele, mimi niko na huko nyuma. Nikasema, you know what? Naenda mpaka huko mbele. And then I knew if I don't go look for him in between the meeting, or meeting ikiisha, security nini state ikiishwa, I walked. And I'm mpaka mahali yako. Ambia, hi, how are you doing? I'm a very big fan of you. So alikuwa amekaa kwa kiti. I went and nika scoot right next kwa sababu sikuwa na kiti yangu. Ambia, hi, this is Sam. I'm a very big fan of you. I love what you do. You run a radio. I also have one. I would like to learn a few tricks about how to be successful in life. I can remember, wow, interesting. I can give you my number. We can talk later. Right now, there is an event happening. We can talk later. He gave me his number. I later called him and we talked, and he gave me business tricks. So what I'm trying to say, if you really want to go somewhere, you need to learn how can I reach out to the people that have already made it. Hang out with them. If you want to be a politician, and hang out na MP wako, and hang out na MCA. Understand, is a loophole. Look for something that can connect the two of you. The essence is not also just to hang around. It's also to learn. Yes, and let them understand your dream. And let me tell you something. People who are successful are always willing to share their success stories with you. And they're always willing to give you their secrets. No one wants to hold on to those secrets because they know one day I'll die. Nitaenda nazo. So they want to give it, and you know, successful people will always want another generation to join
They're
them.
never jealous.
So what I want to encourage young people today is, guys, you can always pursue to have the right people around you. Hang out. Look at the people that you want to be like. Where do they hang out? It might cost you. Sometimes you'll be forced to fly. I've flown before to meet specific people. And this is how life is. You have to try. It has to cost you something.
Talking of people, like people we're supposed to choose, concerning dating or other relationships.
Yes.
Does that also matter?
Now, you've had slogans, you've had saying that behind every successful person there's also another person who is pushing it. And I can say this, you need to choose the people you are spending most of your time with, and that includes your partner. If you get yourself with the wrong person, the truth of the matter is they will drag you down. And one way is to do an analysis before you even start dating. But I advise people on your first date, acha story mob, acha kumuliza sijui nini, just go straight to the point. My friend, or you want us to know each other? Can I start with a question? Okay, so what's your vision? What's your plan? What are your dreams? Where are you going? Because for if you're going somewhere, Jojo, and the person you're dating is not going there, you'll waste your time and they'll frustrate you, and then they'll keep saying, Jojo, you can't do it. You can't do it. I know of so many men that have discouraged girls kwa sababu yeye mwenyewe he's not so ambitious, hana plan. So akiona wewe uko na plan anakuambia hiyo wezi utatoa kidogo. Alafu akiona ukihang out na other established people anaanza kuwa insecure. Anaanza kusema Jojo, ya watu unaenda nao mimi si wa trust nini. Listen, make sure you pick the right person, ask the right questions, and you can tell whether this is a person I can spend the rest of my life with, and whether this is a person I want to go where I'm going. But before you even meet that person, even before you go for that one place, it's always good for wewe mwenyewe ukijua unaenda wapi. Don't be with someone so that you can go to where they are going. Be with them because they're also going to where you've already destined to go.
True. So maybe as we wind up, will you kindly maybe touch a bit of kuna mahali specific pia mtu anafaa kuwa for you to achieve your dreams, for you to be successful? Maybe country, county. I like that. That's a very nice question because there is a principle about a place. There's an environment that you need to be. I remember even the story of Abraham was told you need to get out of your country so that you can go and be prosperous elsewhere. So sometimes where you are also matters. But I'd like to jump into that story on the next video. Sam, as usual, again.
Wacha kuambia tuongee hizo story on the next video.
Okay, guys, you've heard already. Birds of the same feather flock together. It's a wrap.
Hiyo yote nimefanya, nimetafuta lakini sijapata. Zote ya kufua, ya kuosha nguo, ya kufagia, hakuna kazi nimekataa madam.
Tafuta kazi mama, badala ya kulala at least kaoshia watu nguo basi. Ama ukalie watu na watoto ulipo kama ndege. Sio kulala kwa uwanja mama.
Aya, uko sawa? Uko sawa? Niko sawa.
Juni katikati ya siku na umelala,
Ni life tu.
Umekula? Hujakula bado? Kwani umekuwa hapa kutoka saa ngapi? Unakaa umekaa hapa sana?
Nimekuwa hapa wa week nao.
Wiki?
Na kukikuwa na baridi naendanga huko ndani kwenye sitapatwa na kanjo.
Kwani Ulifukuzwa kule ulikuwa unaishi ama ni shida gani?
Mimi madam, hakuna kitu sijafanya. Mimi unaniona hapa nimegraduate Actuarial Science, University of Nairobi 15 years ago venye unaniona. Nikafanya kazi, nimeoshea watu choo, nimefua, family ndio hiyo. Bwana yangu aliniacha, akasema ati mimba ya 3 katoto ketu kakienda kuanza shule, hapo ndio alianza hakuji siku 3, hakuji wiki, alafu akaenda.
I'm so sorry.
Sasa hii nimefika mahali nafikiria sana kuhusu maisha.
No,
Sipati
you'll be okay.
any direction. Ukienda hii side kuna watu ambao pia wanakujaji. Niko na talent. Naweza imba.
Okay.
Naweza imba. But lately juu ya mabaridi ya hizi najaribu hata voice haitoki. Nimeandika nyimbo over 100 songs.
Wow.
Sina pesa ya kwenda mpaka studio. Sina pesa ya kufanya video, naenda naimba maharusi. Watu rather than mtu anilipe ile kitu aliniambia atanilipa, ananilipa na plate of food. Unaona, nani plate moja. Unaona sasa ukiamka asubuhi, life is the same. There is no direction, there is no power, there is no, you know, that that pushes you to go on in life.
I understand.
You do not have friends anymore because they are used to you calling them.
Asking for help.
Yes, asking for help. Imefika pahali, I don't want to die. I just want.
You know, Esther, I know I've just met you, but just by looking at you naona unajua kujiongelelea. Ukismile, you have a beautiful smile. Unajua saa zingine hatujioni, and maybe you don't have someone to remind you of your value. 100 songs, wow. I think we need to discuss how we can package that and how we can ensure that you start earning some money from it. And then your husband, unajua sometimes people do things and we think they're doing them to hurt us, but pengine pia yeye akona tu issues zake, so si ati wewe ndio issue, yeye ndio issue. This life is so beautiful.
Naonaga ni kama disappoint wazazi because I graduated, yes, they were expecting a lot from me. But thank you so much.
No, I think
ukweli tunaweza fanya kitu na hizo songs because I'm very well connected in the music space. So I know people who I can call and who can give you an opportunity. Then we can work on your outfits and then you can make your own hair. Tutatafuta materials. Oh my God.
Then tutatafuta watu wa kuuzia. At least you earn some money. Sindio? Then I have a friend of mine who runs a center for healing and restoration, because I feel pia uko na trauma, so we can start there. Uko unalala hapo, we'll call your friend to just help provide the children. We have people who support us and they give us resources to run the center.
Madam, are you joking?
I'm not joking.
Unajua kuna watu tu wanaweza sema watafa kufanyia kitu.
No. In fact, I can call her. Call her.
God bless you, madam. God bless you. Mimi nataka sipendi kupewa.
No problem. You are a very beautiful woman. Unajua this life, even me, if you see me like this today, just a minute, if you see me, hata mimi nimetoka mbali sana.
God bless you.
Just stand up, you'll be fine.
God bless you. God bless you, madam.
Utakuwa sawa.
Mungu akubariki.
Na uko na kashuka kazuri.
Aka nilipewa na dada yangu. Wakati furasho yake.
It's nice. I think you will heal.
Thank
uko
you.
Sawa. Na unajua kuji-express. Sindio?
Asante
Let's
sana.
go to my car. I just drop you at her house.
Mungu akubariki.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you doing? This is Sam West. Now, we all find ourselves in situations and we are not sure how do we get out of this. Just like David, there's a time everyone came against him, and this is what he did. He encouraged himself in the Lord. And once you do that, it's about time to think, what is my perspective towards the problem I'm facing right now? Are you an excellent person or an average person? Excellent people see solutions. Average people complain about the problem. In fact, they stare at the problem. I want to challenge you today. Be an excellent person. Seek to come up with solution. Now, guys, listen up. There is always a solution to any problem in the world. Never say that you have no option. There is always an option. There is always something that you can do. Now, I always encourage people, what do you have in your hands? What can you do? Depending on your perspective, depending on your mindset, you can either decide to look at your problem as a very big problem that is not solvable, or you can decide to look at it as a small problem that needs a solution. And that's where now you come in and ask God, give me ideas to solve this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping this is helpful. My name is Sam West.